Las Vegas, a city born from sand and dreams, where ambition burns as brightly as the neon lights on the Strip. Beneath the glitz and glamour of casinos, beneath the roaring fountains of Bellagio, and the velvet ropes of exclusive clubs, lies a story of risk, reinvention, and relentless pursuit of fortune. For decades, buying commercial property in Las Vegas has been one of the riskiest and most rewarding games in town. But how good was it really? To find out, we need to explore a tale of booms, busts, and the relentless resilience of a city that refuses to fold. There's something magnetic about Las Vegas. Perhaps it's the endless promise of reinvention, a city where no dream is too big, no gamble too bold. For savvy investors, the city's commercial real estate market seemed like a sure bet. The Strip, with its endless stream of tourists, made properties look like gold mines waiting to be tapped. Restaurants, shops, entertainment venues, all of them thrived off the ceaseless flow of visitors pouring in from all corners of the world. If you owned a piece of that magic, you weren't just making money, you were buying into the heartbeat of a city. But beyond the Strip's sparkling lights lay another world. Downtown Las Vegas, once the hub of old-school casinos and smoky lounges, had fallen into decline. Strip malls and office buildings in the surrounding neighborhoods struggled to stay afloat. For the daring few who could see beyond the faded facades and empty storefronts, these spaces were opportunities waiting to be reborn. It wasn't just about owning a building, it was about transforming it. Investors sought to breathe life into neglected corners of the city. They envisioned trendy retail spaces, bustling co-working hubs, and boutique restaurants. The appeal was obvious: buy low, revitalize, and reap the rewards. The game was on, and the stakes were high. Investing in commercial property in Las Vegas felt like stepping into a casino. Every decision carried the thrill of a roll of the dice. For some, the gamble paid off spectacularly. Retail spaces in prime locations were snapped up by international brands eager to establish a presence in the city. Local entrepreneurs turned forgotten storefronts into thriving businesses, their success sending property values skyrocketing. But the road to riches wasn't paved with gold. Investors faced immense pressure to act quickly. The market was competitive, and missing out on a prime deal often meant watching someone else cash in on the opportunity. Properties sold in bidding wars, with prices climbing higher and higher as investors fought for the most promising spaces. Every victory was a celebration, but every loss left a bitter taste. For newcomers, the pressure to succeed could be overwhelming. Take Maria, a first-time investor who poured her savings into a small strip mall on the outskirts of the city. The location wasn't ideal, and the tenants, a mix of small businesses and independent retailers, were barely scraping by. Maria had a vision of revitalizing the space, attracting new tenants, and turning the mall into a vibrant community hub. But delays in renovations and unexpected repair costs quickly drained her budget. The dream that had seemed so attainable turned into a nightmare, with Maria fighting just to break even. For those who could navigate the challenges, buying commercial property in Las Vegas became a way to rewrite the city's narrative. Downtown, once dismissed as a relic of the past, began to transform. Investors poured money into revamping old motels, strip malls, and office buildings. Where there had once been boarded-up windows and crumbling facades, there were now art galleries, upscale eateries, and trendy co-working spaces. The Strip, too, underwent a metamorphosis. Developers shifted their focus beyond gambling, creating high-end shopping destinations and world-class entertainment venues. Owning commercial property on the Strip wasn't just a financial investment, it was a status symbol. Properties in prime locations became the most coveted assets in the market, their owners treated like royalty. But even as the city reinvented itself, the risks of the market loomed large. Success often depended on timing and vision. Investors who jumped in too soon before neighborhoods had a chance to mature found themselves stuck with properties that couldn't attract tenants. Others underestimated the costs of renovation, leaving projects half-finished and profits unrealized. In Las Vegas, no winning streak lasts forever. For years, the commercial property market had felt unstoppable. But just like at the blackjack table, the house always has the final word. The first signs of trouble were subtle: businesses scaling back, vacancies creeping up in retail spaces. But when the market turned, it wasn't a slow descent, it was a freefall. Property values plummeted, and investors who had once bragged about their portfolios now scrambled to salvage what they could. Office buildings sat empty, shopping centers went dark, and projects that had seemed so promising were abandoned mid-construction. For some investors, the losses were devastating. James, a seasoned developer known for his ability to spot hidden gems, had poured millions into revitalizing a shopping plaza just off the Strip. He'd envisioned it as a luxury retail destination, complete with high-end boutiques and gourmet dining. But when the economy faltered, his carefully curated tenants disappeared one by one. Unable to cover his debts, James was forced to sell the property at a fraction of what he'd paid. It was a painful reminder that even the best-laid plans can go awry. But in true Las Vegas fashion, even as the city struggled, there were those who saw opportunity. Investors with cash reserves swooped in, buying distressed properties at bargain prices. They weren't just gambling on the city's recovery, they were betting on its resilience. And, slowly but surely, their bets began to pay off. Las Vegas has always been a city of reinvention, and its commercial property market was no exception. As the economy stabilized, the city began to recover. Tourism surged once again, driven by a new wave of attractions that went beyond gambling. Visitors came not just for the casinos, but for the concerts, conventions, and experiences that only Vegas could offer. For investors, the recovery brought new challenges and new opportunities. It wasn't enough to simply buy a property and wait for it to appreciate. The market demanded creativity and innovation. Investors transformed old office buildings into co-working spaces that catered to the growing number of startups in the city. Shopping centers were reinvented as lifestyle destinations, with boutique stores, live entertainment, and unique dining experiences. Even downtown Las Vegas, once an afterthought, became a hotspot for investment. The area's historic charm, combined with its proximity to the Strip, made it an attractive option for businesses and residents alike. Investors who had taken the risk of buying properties during the downturn saw their patience rewarded as values soared. Behind every successful commercial property in Las Vegas is a story of vision and determination. There's Sophia, the investor with a knack for turning struggling strip malls into thriving community hubs. Her ability to see potential where others saw problems earned her a reputation as one of the city's most creative developers. Then there's Chris and Amanda, a young couple who saw commercial property as their ticket to financial independence. They started small, purchasing a vacant storefront in a quiet neighborhood. After months of renovations and careful tenant selection, they leased the space to a popular cafe, turning a once-forgotten corner into a vibrant gathering spot. Their success inspired them to take on larger projects, each one a testament to their hard work and ambition. But not every story has a happy ending. For every Sophia or Chris and Amanda, there are countless others who struggle to make their investments work. The line between success and failure in Las Vegas's commercial property market is razor thin, and the stakes are always high. So, how good was buying commercial property in Las Vegas? For some, it was a golden opportunity, a chance to create something lasting in a city that never stands still. For others, it was a hard lesson in the realities of risk and reward. But in this city of reinvention, one thing is certain: the gamble will always be worth it.